Hi guys, it's Tony here from Signal Speed. Today I sent a couple of signals out this morning regarding the US dollar. So far this morning, the US dollar seems to be getting much stronger after the bad week it's had previously with the presidential election and things like that. So far, I sent out two signals: the Australian US dollar and the Great British Pound US dollar. Both have put in favour of the US dollar. As you can see with this Great British Pound, it's reaching that desired position and coming straight back down every time. Right now, we've got a new sort of downward trend emerging for the past sort of few minutes with the Australian dollar. If we have a look at the graph, the Australian dollar seems to have found a new resistance line here. It just wants to bounce up to there. It's coming back down. We managed to get some trades in with this resistance line here before it kept bouncing up to 0.7634 and then coming back down. So most of the back a couple of trades there. And just since then, the past half an hour or so, it's just broken past that. It's found this new resistance line here, and it seems to be sitting there again now. So I've just amended that and just made people aware that that resistance is broken. So now we're going to have a look again at the Great British Pound US dollar. This seems to be sitting there quite nicely. It has slipped past it twice. Here's the resistance line that we've sort of recommended. As you can see, it's quite a heavy resistance there. But just once or twice for 2 minutes, it slipped past and come back down again. So this has been a good one to trade. Getting a lot of feedback on the signals group for this one. It seems to be a popular trade. So we're going to have a look on the trading platform here. Now we recommended when it got to 1.251. That's when we want to be placing that that trade. So at the moment it's 1.250. We need it just a little bit up here, and then we're going to place that put trade. Again, with the Australian US dollar, we said the new resistance is at 0.764. Okay, so it's at 0.763 right now. So it seems to be creeping back up. Not enough. Okay, so literally just a bit of a patience game. Wait for that better position, and then we'll be able to strike and possibly get a trade in the money there. So we're just going to sit back at the moment and hopefully get some trades in. Now, overall, the US dollar seems to be getting much better compared to everything else. Okay, like I say, so far, every signal here is suggesting that the US dollar is getting stronger, which is obviously a good sign when everything's saying that one currency is getting stronger. It means that there's not a lot of sort of volatility there, so you should be seeing quite a few trends. Like I say, if you saw my video yesterday on how to sort of trade these trends, that'll come in useful. But right now, since we've seen this support and resistance, we're going to wait for it. It just seems to be hovering around there now. It looks like a new resistance line just found around about here, just bounced about. But so we want to try and get it a little bit higher. I prefer to have it up here on this line, at least 151 and 251, sorry, and maybe place a put there. So again, just waiting for this particular asset to reach that position. The Australian US dollar is slipping still. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this Great British Pound still. Okay, so how's that Australian US dollar looking quickly? Okay, so yeah, you've still got this resistance line here. Look, it's not going past that. It doesn't want to go past there at the moment. It slipped past for 2-3 minutes there, and it's come back down, and it's had a nice downward trend ever since. So we'll just see what's going to go on the chart still. Okay. So literally, it's just a patience game. Wait for that particular asset to get in a better position, and then you make more money. Okay. So just have a quick look through the other charts to see if there's anything else with that US dollar that's worth looking at the moment. So we've got Euro USD. That looked like it had a nice downward trend a moment ago. Yeah, as you can see, that's exactly what I was looking at on that chart on the broker a moment ago. So it looks like a support line here actually. So let's have a look on that chart and see. Might be an opportunity to place a call there. Although I don't really want to be trading against the US dollar today. It seems to be doing quite well, so I prefer to just follow it. Oh, look at that British Pound shot back up. So it's 250. We need a 251. Is it going to reach it? Oh, yeah, I'm going now. Fuck it. Invest. Go, 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 go. Okay. So hopefully that will slip back down and keep us in the money. And that Euro USD is still trending down, as you can see. Right now we're 5 points underneath. Oh, no, we don't see that. Come on, get down. That's better. And 10 seconds left on this trade. As long as it stays below that line, we're in the money. Okay, awesome. So that's that one. Now the Australian dollar seems to be creeping back up. Where exactly is that looking? 7634, 764 we want. 763. Oh, coming up to it. I'm gonna go for it. It's very close. Okay, so as I say, it didn't quite hit that strike rate that I recommended, but it was as close as damn it, so I decided to take it, and hopefully that'll pay off for me as well. That Great British Pound just shot back down again as well. Look, it come up to this high point, come back down. Ooh, look at that, this is the Australian dollar, and it's reacting the same way as the Great British Pound as well. If you have a look on both the charts, you see that the US dollar seems to be slipping on both of them right now. Yeah, there's a Great British Pound and there's the US. You see that the US is slipping again. Okay, I'm going to get a put in on this as well while it's so high. Okay, yeah, I lost that one with the Australian dollar. That US dollar seems to be just pulling back a little bit. Okay, so we'll try again with this Great British Pound, and it's dropping down again now. It seems I just caught it on the beginning of that fluctuation. Just bad timing on my part, really. But hopefully this one will put us back in the money. So look at Australian US dollar. Okay, so another 20 seconds on this trade. We seem to be quite comfortably in the money at the moment. Unless there's no drastic fluctuation there, we should be alright. Okay, brilliant. So that's 2. So just need to wait for these peaks on the Australian US. That's caught it on its way up. I came in a little bit too early for it. It's my own fault really. So yeah, the strike rate's still there. It's not gone past it, so it's still a good signal that I think. I'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, it's going to be right near it. Okay, so again, just keep an eye on this this Great British Pound. So that Australian dollar is going straight back down again. So you'll see this Great British Pound is slipping and the Australian dollar is slipping. So overall, the US dollar is pretty good today. Which, to be honest, there's not an awful lot of news coming out on the economic calendar, which is surprising, really. You would expect a little bit more data coming out to make that sort of movement a little bit more stronger for the US dollar, but it's not so. So again, maybe just wait here one more time to see if we can creep it back up to that strike point, and we'll place another trade on the Great British Pound US dollar. make that 3 in a row, and we'll probably wait for the Australian dollars to just rise a little bit more and get a bit closer to that strike rate that we're looking for, and then trade. It'd be a much better position for us. Okay, now this just seems to be just a patience game. That's all it is. You just got to wait here and just wait for that time to come. Okay, it's the best way to make money. And people I find who do tend to struggle, they just haven't got patience. They're not disciplined enough to wait for that particular asset, or they'll see an opportunity and think that it's worth the risk taking, when really you should be doing it logically, sticking to a plan. And then you make more money at the end of the day. So let's just keep going on this. We'll wait for it. I won't be able to pause this until it gets up to the point where it looks like it's going to be a trade for us to make. There we go. Bring it back up. Hang on. So it's just a little bit under at the moment. We want 251. Okay, seems to have flattened off a little bit now for us. Just a waiting game. Like I say, I'll skip this and I'll wait until there's an opportunity for us to trade. Okay, so just having a look at this British pound USD now. It just seems to be hitting this peak here. It did hit this peak earlier and then just come back down. Not quite at 251 yet. But it's about as close as damn it. I think now's about time to. Ooh, yeah, let's do it now. Okay. That's about as close as I'm going to get to that strike rate right now. I think, it seems to be at its peak, and with a bit of luck now, it should just come down again and keep us in that money. Okay, so probably could have just waited another second. As you can see, it's literally 4 points away from that original strike point that I had suggested. So it was really close there. I think I got in a little bit early. I was about 13 points, or maybe 17 points lower than I ought to be. So that will make a massive difference. That 1 point will make a difference between a win and a loss. But I did feel that it was reaching that sort of support line there. Obviously, it just had that little fluctuations come back down again. So another couple of seconds and that should land us in the money. Okay, that's just landed in the money. It was a little bit close, but overall, the game plan hasn't changed. We're still waiting for that strike point, trading in the opposite direction. You may get one or two that loses because you can't account for these fluctuations. You haven't got a crystal ball. But as long as you sort of stick to it and keep trading the opposite direction, here we go. Could be an opportunity. No, I missed it. You see, if that opportunity comes up, take it. If it doesn't, wait until it does. Simple. Oh wow, look at that now. This is awfully high. I better take it. It's in the C. Not too. Okay, so as I just went for this one again with the Australian US dollar. It seems a lot higher than it has been previously, so we stand a much better chance of staying in the money on this one. As long as it comes down, the Great British Pound is still coming down. The US dollar's coming down against the US. Ooh, one. Yeah, the Great British Pound is still coming down as well, so that suggests that this should stay in the money for us. Yeah, it's more like it. Okay, yeah, so clearly we came in a little bit too early on that Australian dollar before. We need to wait for it to reach that higher position and then come back down. Here we go again. Okay, a bit more, a bit more. Nah, I'm not going to bother. No, I'm not going to bother with that one. Okay, so this seems to be sort of slowly slipping down. See if you can have a look on the chart, see if it's in a decent position. Okay, so this is what we've been looking at, this is what we've been trading on. It's been reaching this point, we're going in the opposite direction. See, it slipped a hell of a lot right this past couple of minutes, so we're waiting for that to come back on itself really. It could be the end of that resistance line. It's just a case of watching and seeing what happens with that one, I'm afraid. See what happens here. The US dollar's pulling away there too. Yeah, it seems a little bit slower now. Like I said, there's no peaks on that. It just wants to sort of downward trend. That the US dollar feeling a lot stronger today. So for now, like I said, just follow this. If you haven't got Optionbot, then click the link down below because it's very good at spotting the support and resistance. And if you can spot that line and you can stick to it for the rest of the day, for example, this Great British Pound USD, it's been around here for about 12 hours. Look, it's not gone past that for 12 hours, so you just sit there and just trade it all day and make money on it. If you know what you're looking for, then you can make money. With this system, it's really easy to spot the support and resistance. You know, there's a clear line here where it doesn't like going past. It broke past once or twice, but I would say that would be its resistance. You know, that's its top resistance. Right now, it's finding resistance here. It doesn't like going past this. But overall, I say up here is its limit right now. The US dollar seems to be wanting to fight back. You know, it seems to be wanting to get stronger. So it probably reach up that and then pull back in favour of the US because it's desperate to get some strength behind it. So I think today that's what you should be looking at. So if you haven't got Optionbot, get it. You know, it costs you one deposit and you've got it for life. And then like I say, you can use it with any other system. Just spot your support and resistance and then go ahead and trade. I find it very effective. Again, with this Australian US dollar, this is the trend I found earlier. Right here, look. This is a resistance line. It's broken past that for 2 minutes in the past 12 hours. Okay, it's not gone past that. Okay, so good chances are if it reaches that, then place a trade in the opposite direction, it's going to win. So yeah, it's quite logical really. So just get involved. You know, the signals feed down below in the description box. Get yourself signed up. We've got free signals, so you can join our signals group on Facebook. We'll send you all our signals, and then you give us feedback. Let us know if they're winning for you. Use a demo account at first. Test them. You know, there's no money to use at first, and then when you're ready to deposit whatever you feel comfortable into these brokers, and we'll help you build it up. Okay. So like I say, we're going to have a quick look at that Great British Pound US dollar again. Yeah, it's still trending down. Right now, I'm going to end this video. We've got a couple of trades in, and like I say, I'm just going to put this link onto the Facebook wall underneath the signals because a lot of people have been trading this one today, so I'm glad that everyone's getting good feedback. So yeah, guys, I'd say signals feed, check the description box, get yourself involved, and we'll be happy to help you. Take care. Bye bye.